Hello, dear students. Today's lesson is about speaking. Before we go on, I want you to actually read some information on how to improve your speaking skills. How can you improve your speaking skills? You can record yourself while doing a speaking activity. In this way, you can listen what you said you can listen your performance, and also this will help you to actually improve your pronunciation and intonation. So keep this in mind. Now, let's read the information given here. We have some sentences, and these are sentences taken from a dialogue between two friends. What is the dialogue about? Let's read the sentences together and discover what is the dialogue about. What's wrong? Where did you last have it? Have you looked in your locker? What should I do? If I were you, I would report it to the school secretary. You're right. So, after we read the sentences, what do you think? What can be the dialogue about? Maybe somebody lost something and is asking for advice. Somebody is giving advice, but what? Let's discover together at the dialogue. We have Sue and Tina, two friends discussing together. Let me read the dialogue for you. What's wrong, Tina? I can't find my purse. Oh no, where did you last have it? It was in my bag when we went to the lab, but now it's not there anymore. Have you looked in your locker? I have looked everywhere, but it seemed it has disappeared. All my pocket money was in it. What should I do? Well, if I were you, I would report it to the school secretary. Do you think so? Yes, I do. It is possible that someone has found and handed it in. You're right. Let's go. So this was the dialogue, and I have two questions for you. The first one, what is Tina's problem? So what do you think? What is her problem? Tina has lost her purse. That is her problem. What is Sue's advice? Let's discover together what is Sue's advice. Sue advises Tina to tell the school secretary because someone might have found it and handed it in. So that was what actually the dialogue is about. We have Tina's problem and Sue's advice. Let's discover together some of the sentences we found at the dialogue and discover their meaning. We have, what's the matter? I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. You could report it to the school secretary. Is that your advice? That's correct. So, we can find these sentences in another version at the dialogue we read together. Can you find them out? What's the matter? What's wrong? I'm so sorry. Oh no, I don't know what to do. What should I do? You could report it to the school secretary. If I were you, I would report it to the school secretary. Is that your advice? Do you think so? That's correct. You are right. So, these were the sentences we found at the dialogue that correspond to the sentences we read before. Let's go on with some useful language. So, what should you use while you want actually to ask an advice. You could use could you, or do you think you, or what should I? These are some of the ways you can use while you actually ask for advice. Whereas when you want to give advice, you can use in English, if I were you, I would, and continue the sentence, why don't you? Or you could. So maybe you can use this information, the useful language, to form your own dialogue. And you're going to write a dialogue as a homework for next time using the following situation. Let me read the situation for you. You have two students here. Student A, you put your mobile phone on the table. Now you can't find it. Tell your partner. And student B advises the friend to report it to the manager. Keep in mind the useful language, how to ask for advice, how to give advice, and the words we used at the dialogue before, and write your own dialogue using that situation I read for you. So, that is all for today, and I want to thank you for your attention. Goodbye.